reset your power. Then running. Last week.
Check, check, check. Check.
All right, now we think we're back. So you can get it on the stream is up because I'm hotspot. Music is down because I'm only hotspot with one laptop. So Oh, yeah. The one there is good. I don't have time! What? Oh, I know I should have bought one. I just rebooted my laptop. It is fixed. Thank you. Yeah, I had to hotspot the live stream. I lost it. We lost the internet connection. It kept going in and out. Well, all of us. We all lost it. His laptop was down. Mine was down. But we're good now. Yeah, we're up though. I told everyone online we're having issues, and everyone was like, "Whatever, bro. You're doing a great job. Thank you." It's not anything with football. Those guys don't fucking. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I would, but also too, I'm watching it, so I also make sure that we're not like if you were to zoom in on it, I wouldn't mention it. I wouldn't mention. I'd take it away. You're doing a fantastic job. No, you're doing a great job. Hey, listen, for what you're getting paid, I'm Jeff. I don't know if I've ever met you before or not. Sophia, okay. Are you on B team? Are you A team? Oh, very nice. Nice. My wife's wanting to come back to Derby, so we'll see. Hey, Truman, can you help me out for a second? No, stay up there. See the 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you press 3 for me?
The number 3?
3, yep. No, down at the bottom. At the bottom. Perfect.
First
All right, now press 4.
Just so excited to hear you.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. That's a 3 for me, please. About 4. Thank you. Perfect. Give you all the camera stuff on us.
Number 3 at the top is not number 4 is the
It's fine. I don't know
This
why.
recording, what has happened? I don't know what it is. I'm recording what happened.
This one off.
Hit me in the head. I don't want to be a survivor.
Three.
Did turn it on. Then we got.
All right, now the microphone's back on. You guys missed some quality announcing moments ago. Boulder County 115, Bellingham adding 12 points in the last jam, taking them to 34, and we reset with 7-12 Doombug jamming against Ibuprofen for Boulder County. Ibuprofen number 33, lead jammer. I'm going to attempt to flip this back to my shirt so I don't have to hold on to it. This is working. Hey, Ibuprofen. Open lane on the inside edge, picks up 4 points. As Doombug held up in the middle by number 30, Pixie Freeman. And Pixie Freeman is just playing Gandalf or whatever that was where he said you shall not pass. All right, the references are off today. What can I say? Doombug still holding Ibuprofen onto a third scoring pass now, 4 points on the second. 2 to get past Bonita Bandera, the last line of defense, and out goes Ibuprofen for a third 4-point pass. Doombug forced to recycle back, and Ivy's like, great, you keep that going, I will keep scoring points. Boulder County will continue to rack up the lead. Finally, Doombug able to accelerate. Around number 10, Laura, out of my way, man. And that forces the call off for the 16-0 run for Boulder County. They now sit at 131-34. Which is what, 97-point game, I believe? Fortunately, the scoreboard doesn't do my math for me. 7:37, Ricochet Nene set to jam against 115 Champaign. Pivot line start as the pack starting way up ahead. Ricochet Nene bounces off a Rebecca to bump through Champaign. Struggling and finds room on the inside. A lead jam of Bellingham. Roller Betty's All Stars. It's a name, Lady J, rather. Excuse me. I wrote down the wrong number. 37, Lady J is bounced around and ends up back on the track and through the pack. Completes the initial. 4 points up for Champaign. Champ calls off the jam. It is now 38-131. Now Ricochet Nene is out. Don't know why I thought 7:37 was 11:90. There you go. Number 11, Goblin Guts with the star. Set the jam for Bellingham. Both teams full strength. Penalty box woefully empty. Half of the Bellingham pack stumbling to the infield. As Goblin Guts struggling on the outside, Ricochet Nene room on the end to pick up lead jammer for Boulder County. Flatiron Phoenixes now 93 points ahead, and with a power jam adding 4 to it right there. As Goblin Guts picked up a penalty, didn't catch what the call was. Boulder County moving forward to sweep aside Bellingham defense. Bellingham trying to stay ahead. Brink rolling to the front. Joined by C. Creepy Ouch, but has to give up the bridge back as the pack stretches out, and Ricochet Nene adding the second 4 points. Goblin Guts now standing in the penalty box, finally released. And a failure to reform penalty being called on number 114. That's Cat Claws for Boulder County. As Goblin Guts screens through the pass, completes the initial pass. Ricochet Nene on a third scoring pass comes through, calls off the jam. Just as the coaches requested and threw it up on the play sheet. A 12-point jam, now 143-38. It was a 105-point lead, I believe. Hopefully I don't have the YouTube chat up on my phone right now, so if you're going to correct my math, that's fine. Share it with the world, but I may not see it. Go Gadget, jammed against number 33, Ibuprofen. And Ibuprofen a step and a half ahead, just the lead jammer, but Go Gadget goes well and right up on things. Ibuprofen. It's the back, calls off the jam. No points for Gadget. And 2 points for Ibuprofen. We'll swing around and reset for Jam 6 of the second period. We got 23 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and an official review called for by Bellingham. As the Roller Betties would like to discuss something with the referees. We'd all like to discuss something with people. One of the things you may want to discuss is your chances of becoming an official, a photographer, announcer, or an off-state official with Treasure Valley Roller Derby. And we would love for you to be part of the Derby community, even if you're not interested in being a skater and competing as a player. We've got many other ways for folks to join the community, and we are actively seeking skaters, skating officials rather, and we'll provide the skating training to teach you to skate. Also looking for photographers for tournament days, announcers, and off-state officials. Reach out via feedback@tvrderby.com or message us through Facebook to get more information. And you can be part of the roller derby community, especially if you're a fan of the pencil or tablets. Then non-skating officials, job for you. But if you're like me and just like to talk, then team announcer is the way to go. We're going to head to the rest of the day. Coming up next in our 5 o'clock-ish game. Not 100% certain how on time that'll be, because we were a little late starting this one, but we'll aim for that. We'll have the Boise River Rollers taking on Emerald City's B team. And then we end up our day with game number 6. And our final game at 7 p.m. tonight will be Treasure Valley All-Stars versus Boulder County. Now, in the official review, Bellingham was looking for additional points. They thought their jammer had passed some extra hits before the jammer was called off. Upon review, those points will remain not scored, and they have lost their official review, or used it. They didn't lose it. They just used it. They don't get to keep it. That's all. So we stay with 38 for Bellingham and 145 for Boulder County. 23:15 to go in the game. It is 90s night here, or 90s day. It's a whole 90s thing. If you happen to be here earlier and then you're home watching this on YouTube stream, then you were aware of the Corgi Fest that was going on. Almost didn't come in to watch the roller there because there were so many cute dogs, but yet we felt the toll of the skates. We had to come join those watching on the track. Lady J jamming for Boulder County. Doombug with the star for Bellingham. And Doombug got the shot. Sneaks through. He jamming as Lady J got flat. Lady J now star in hand, trying to go left or right, but out of bounds by Brink. And Lady J had to roll back. Bellingham now getting spread out as they're trying to open up lanes for Doombug, while at the same time slowing down Lady J. And Lady J in a self-inflicted shirt rip to Pixie Freeman to break through and complete. Meanwhile, Victimized going chest to chest with Doombug slowing things down. And Lady J almost third. Bonita Bandera with the late hit to knock Lady J out. Jam is called off, and it is a 4-4 run. So tie on the jam now, 42-149. Boulder County in the lead. .22 minutes to go in our game. Jam number 7 will start with Champagne jamming against Ricochet. Champagne off to the out of the infield. Taking down Penelope Drews along with her. And out first Ricochet. Just a smidgen of room on the inside. Comes to a step ahead of Champagne. Both jammers neck and neck as the back speeding up. Trying to race forward. Two jammers, two blockers at the back. One being called for out of play. That was Curly Carino. And jam is called as Ricky Nene was bumped out of bounds, but Champagne stealing 4. So a 4-2 jam win for Bellingham. Was a nice high-paced jam. Well, it's fun to see that. Goblin Guts jamming against number 33, Ivy Profen. Ivy Profen through the middle and up the outside to pick up lead jammer. As Goblin forced to the outbounds and rolls back in behind the jammer line. Ivy Profen stumbling to third cleanly. 4 points there, and Goblin gets just tripped and just barely within play. So no penalty call. Goblin has to roll all the way back. That is a soul-crushing rollback. And it gives another 4 points to Ivy Profen. 8 total on the jam as Goblin gets now with the star in hand. Ivy Profen sliding on the outside. Direction of play called on Curly Carino. Sends them back to the penalty box. Star pass now for Bellingham. Rincon, number 809 with the star if you're scoring at home. And the jam is called off with 4 more points. 16 rather. I missed the pass. 16 points for the Boulder County Flatiron Phoenixes. Bellingham Roller Betty's All-Stars 46 to 167. As that 16 been up and running. We are under 20 minutes now, 19 and a half to go in the game. Go Roll Judge at number 64, Lady J, 737 stars for Bellingham and Boulder County, respectively. And Lady J, just the ability of Lady J to stay inbounds in the tiniest space on the lane has been impressing me all game. Like, somehow finds a way to squeak through. Similar to what Gregory Gadget just did on the inside, although I think the chase gap was a little bit smaller. Lady J picks up 4 points, falls off the jam, and that'll take Boulder County to 171 as Bellingham held it to 46. Slow roll out for jam 10. As we're down to 18 and a half to go in the game. Ricochet Nene and Doonbug set the jam. Official timeout is called. Not sure what the timing out over. Maybe they're just digging the Rob Zombie that's being played in and out. The officials are the beautiful people. The beautiful people. All right, there's a discussion going on the outside. Not sure if this pertains to whether a penalty would have been called more than that, or if it was a question about points. You don't know. Bravo rep taking a knee in the center as we prepare ourselves for jam number 10. All right. Swoopy whistle has been blown. We are ready to roll. Doonbug jamming against Ricochet Nene. Doonbug caught. Almost clear, but bumped again by Victimize. Victimize doing a great job of just catching people. Like sitting in the middle of the pack and then boom, stepping into the right place to slow them down. Meanwhile, Ricochet Nene through to get through. Rican teaming up with 209 Bonita Bandera and finally is free. So Ricochet Nene lead jammer. Doonbug held in the middle, star in hand, ducks through, takes a hit, but absorbs it. And Pixie Freeman not able to knock Junebug out. The Junebug has completed, and a cut track call on Ricochet. That will send Laney to the penalty box, a power jam and a 2-minute jam for all of us. So Junebug now in a scoring pass, trying to find some way to get through this pack, but Boulder County is, they have sealed things up. They have grounded very well this wall. There's not a lot of gap. And the pack slowly started to change, although a direction finally called on Cat Claus for a little too much instigation of contact in counter derby direction. Junebug now starting hand, passes it off to freaking Lincoln. I was a little confused for a second. I'm like, wait, you finished your initial pass. What are you doing? So 2 points on the pass. Those 2 points do belong if you're scoring at home to Junebug. Freaking Lincoln now with the star on and on the own scoring pass as Ricochet is through and picks up 4. And the pack continues to roll backwards. Freaking Lincoln having to recycle a full quarter track back. Freaking Lincoln bumping, throwing, shouldering, and through just as the jam comes to a close. 6 up 4, 6 total for Bellingham, 4 for Freaking Lincoln, 2 for Junebug. 8 points up for Boulder County. Takes us to 179-52. And we're at 16 minutes to go in our game. 33 ibuprofen with the star for Boulder County. Champagne ready to jam for Bellingham. Bellingham 1 blocker shy in the pack. And ibuprofen takes full advantage. Runs around the outside, and 2 of the Bellingham blockers called for penalties at the same time, leaving only Annihilator to defend by herself. Now gets a little excess as Rebecca was waved back onto the track. Now it's going to go sit as the jam comes to a close, and there is a seat available in the penalty box. And C3PH looks like has been released from the box at the end of the jam. So Bellingham will start off 2 shy in the pack. But first they're going to call a timeout. That was a 0-0 jam. So 179-52 remains our score. We're at 15 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Almost into the 4th quarter of play, but not quite. If you are in the Boise area and you're thinking, I can't make it down for whatever reason to watch the tournament live today, so you're just streaming it, but you do like after parties, you are more than welcome to come join us. Join Treasure Valley, the business community officials. The after party will be at Players Bar and Grill, which is right attached to Westie's Bowling Alley. That will happen after Game 6. Game 6 starts at 7 o'clock local time. Should be done in the 9-ish range, which is prime time for an after party. So come on down. Once again, that will be at Players Bar and Grill attached to the Westie's Bowling Alley. Timeout has come to a close. They'll go Gadget. Set to jam against 737 Lady J. Gadget snuggling up to Lady J at the start, probably whispering about car insurance. But Lady J says, I will not have that property from you. I am, in fact, going to just sneak right through and grab Lee Jammer as Go-Go Gadget. Feet constantly in motion, but not able to get around and forced out of bounds. Now back in and stepping through as Timmy Tahino returns from the penalty box. That brings Bellingham to 3, and Lady J took the 4 points, calls off the jam. Locking Rebecca in the box for another, 2 seconds probably. She's standing for a bit. Boulder County whole bench screaming to call off the jam. Probably thought, hey, let's let them start with one fewer blocker. So he's smart move. Ricochet in him at 11:90. Junebug 7:12. Ready to jam. If we start jam 13. Lucky jam 13. Junebug inside it. Blue Jammer. Junebug taking a shoulder on the way into the pack that I think actually helped things out. Give a little extra forward momentum and managed to stay in bounds. Squeaking past the line now has to get through again on the scoring pass as Ricochet Nene caught at the front, spinning left and right. Rebecca back out of the penalty box, so Bellingham at full strength. And that tripod front work. Rebecca Sherry and a mile at her stretching as far as possible. Trampire on the bridge now needs someone to step back. So we got 3 blockers, 2 from Bellingham, 1 from Boulder County, but they're all in bridge formation, keeping the pack together. Junebug almost free, bumped out of bounds. Ricochet Nene finally escapes the pack. Junebug clears the pack. And seems to try from third base to call off the jam. Did get 4 points, so a full scoring pass. That'll take Bellingham to 56. Boulder County at 183 held scoreless in last jam. With just under 13 minutes to go, 183-56 is our score. Boulder County in the lead. Bellingham Roller Betty All Stars playing catch up. 33 ibuprofen set to jam against number 11 Goblin Guts. Ibuprofen almost through, but pushed out of bounds. Has to come back in. Gets in behind Brink. Goblin Guts looking to the inside. Now back towards the middle. And the out. As Ibuprofen again forced out and rolled back by Brink. Goblin Guts stretches things out long enough to get Lee Jammer for the Bellingham Roller Betties. Ibuprofen clears the pack. Goblin Guts grabs the 4 points, falls off the jam. That'll take Bellingham to an even 60. Now trailing by 123 as Boulder County held scoreless and sits at 183. Timeout is called by Boulder County. During this timeout, I'd like to thank Shutterstock Photography, capturing the action 1 frame at a time. Please give it up virtually as you are on the stream for Shutterstock Photography, Treasure Valley Roller Derby's head photographer. Based in Boise, Idaho, Shutterstock brings over 40 years of experience behind the lens, turning high-speed hits and fast-paced jams into unforgettable images. Be sure to check out their work and see the game from a whole new perspective. That is Shutterstock Photography. Photographers, the almost unsung heroes in the world, because everybody likes to look cool. And a good photographer makes everybody look cool, even me, occasionally. Not often, but occasionally. So reset for Jam 15 with Champagne set to go against Lady J. Pack all coasted up to the jammer line. Lady J pushing on the outside and able to get through the gap. Takes lead jammer. Champagne star in hand, running through, and an illegal procedure and a high block, I believe, being called on 215 Prime Eagle. As Lady J grabs the 4 points, calls off the jam. 187-60 is our current score. But just under 11 minutes to go in the game. Go Gadget, Ricochet Nene, your jammers. Each team 1 blocker shy, with 3-on-3 in the pack. Boulder County rolling back 2 on jammer, 1 up ahead, messing with the defense. And that messing works out perfectly as Ricky Shenanay grabs lead, but Go-Go Gadget is like, hey, I'm up here too. Started out thinking about some defense, did not. And then Ricky Shenanay caught by the ghost blocker. Intriguing plan by Bellingham, leaving an invisible blocker behind. Trip up the opposing jammer, but it worked perfectly. Jam has called off a scoreless run. Now we remain 187 to 60. And with a little under 10 minutes to go, Doombug jamming against Ibuprofen. Last jam short enough for the blockers that were in the box to start it are still there. Although they are both standing and they are both released at exactly the same time. Ibuprofen picks up lead jammer. Doombug forced out of bounds. Oh, Rebecca with the hip right at the end. And then following it up and out of bounds again. And Rebecca picks up a penalty for that play as Doombug also to the penalty box. So power jam and a blocker, two blocker advantage now as Trampire heads to the penalty box for Bellingham. So Ibuprofen will take the floor and keep on going as the bench is doing the fist pumping, it's power jam time move. Boulder County trying to trap a blocker. It looks like they've got Jungla at the, sorry, that's the wrong team. Cherry lost at the back, but Annihilator up front. Chest to chest takes down Ibuprofen. Now continuing to play as Rebecca back out of the penalty and in place for a bridge. Cherry now bridging as well as Trampire also out of the penalty box and Doombug. So the box is completely empty. Everybody's back in play at all. Fumbling through. But your lead jammer, 33 Ibuprofen, picks up the points and calls off the jam, a 12-0 run. Takes Boulder County to the edge of 200, 199 to 60. And Go-Go Gadget jamming against Lady J. Backs rolling towards the front. Bellingham meeting Go-Go Gadget about halfway there. Lady J dancing to the front, multiplayer block, sending 114 cat paws to the penalty box. Lady J out first, lead jammer. As Go-Go Gadget gets a little whip assist, pull through the back. Lady J bench screaming for the call off. Wants to make that one last cut through the pack. We'd get 3 of the 4 points, not all 4. That's enough to get us to 202 to 60. And an official review called by Boulder County.
We're going to do some in-house. We're going to take a break. In-house, we're going to do some break. Take a break. We're going to do announcements. We're going to take a break.
Boulder County is asking for something. We'll see what. So there's no online penalty board for this game, so I can't tell you who's in trouble and who's not. But I can tell you that Idaho Wellness supports Treasure Valley Roller Derby on and off the track, providing chiropractic services to all skaters. Tell them we sent you to receive a new patient exam, x-rays, and adjustment for just $50. You can visit IdahoWellnessCompany.com for more details. With Idaho Wellness, proud sponsor of Treasure Valley Roller Derby. And if you're watching the tournament today and you're like, hey, my team should come out and play a tournament in Boise, well, your chance will come up this fall as we are hosting the Spudtown Knockdown Tournament September 20th and 21st. 2 days of nonstop, heart-pounding derby action as the best teams from around the region compete for glory. And now it's time for the chicken dance because why not? I, as chicken, do not support the chicken dance. Despite the team calling for me to do a chicken dance, I do not dance. So it will not be happening for me today. But I'm glad that they're all dancing and enjoying the party. All right, about to get the word on the official review. Let's see what Boulder was asking about and what the answer was to their request for. Who knows? Well, we will know soon, as soon as the rest. It's nearly over. All right.
Just trying to bring the fans back.
All right, so Boulder County was asking for a cut track call to be assessed to the Bellingham Jammer. The refs did not have eyes on the alleged cut, therefore the no call will stand, and Boulder County will not retain their official review. So we're out of official reviews. 7:13 to go in the game. Each team with one timeout, so limited chances to stop the clock. Goblin Guts jamming against Ricochet. And Goblin Guts, number 11, lead jammer for Bellingham Roller. That is Ricochet clears the pack and giving chase. And the pack moving fairly quickly as each team with a blocker in the penalty box. Goblin Guts spins out in the corner, slides to the ground, figures I will call this off rather than anything else. Did grab no points, actually, and Ricochet able to grab 2. So a 2:04 to 60 as we're down to 6.5 to go. Champagne jamming against Lady J. But first, an official timeout as our penalty trackers are consulting over by the penalty box. And if you've been watching online and you've come to Roller Derby and you thought, you know, I like clipboards and pencil, perhaps non-skating official is the job for you. You want to be part of the Derby community, but you don't want to skate for whatever reason as a skating competitor on the track of play. We got many other ways for you to join the community. Actively seeking is Treasure Valley Roller Derby. Actively seeking skating officials, photographers for tournament days, announcers, and off-skate officials. We will even teach if you're interested in being a referee. You're like, I love stripes and I love whistles. I'm just not sure how to skate. We'll teach you how to skate. And then it's just pointing and blowing whistles and yelling out numbers. Reach out via feedback@tvrderby.com or message us through Facebook to get more information about how you too can join the Treasure Valley Roller Derby community. And if you're not in Treasure Valley, you're maybe in Bellingham or you're in Boulder and you're watching this team, they can use volunteers as well. Every local league is always looking for people to help out. Reach out to their local and get going to Champagne. Champagne will line out again up the middle and grab the lead jammer. For the Bellingham Roller Derby is letting Jay out of the pack as well, a third of a lap behind. Back scooting around the corner now, resetting as Champagne comes in. Offense from Bellingham trying to break things free. Champ cuts into the pack. Picks up 2 points, calls off the jam. Holds Boulder County scoreless at 2:04. So with 5:40 to go, we sit 207. I'm sorry, I was wrong. That was 3 points that Lady J snuck in there. I looked away too soon. So Boulder County with the 1 point steal, 3-2, 207-62 your overall score. 5.5 to go. Doombug wearing the star, and Ricochet as well for Bellingham and Boulder County respectively. Ricochet forced out of bounds, runs back. Doombug also bumped out of bounds. Ricochet looking to the outside line, not finding much there. Now trying the inside and almost a lane, but not quite. Bumped out again. 1 foot going to the inside and a mile ahead with the roll back to the apex at turn 4. And finally, Doombug is out and lead jammer. 40 seconds in, and a cut track called on Ricochet. So power jam for Doombug and Bellingham. Both teams full strength in the pack. So 4-on-4. Bellingham holding off on the swoop, now coming forward. There's a big pile up in the back of the pack. And Doombug is through with 4 and calls off the jam. So that will bring us to the 4-minute mark. 4:10 to go at this point. 207.66. And a power start will be handed to Go-Go Gadget number 64. As number 1190 Ricochet sitting in the penalty box, so over 10 seconds penalty to go. I'm going to say less than 20. Go-Go Gadget pushing forward. Boulder County holding tight. Bellingham trying to work some offense. But Boulder County evading, and finally, Go-Go Gadget is free. Grabs lead jammer just as Ricochet released the penalty box. So Nene on the initial pass. Go-Go Gadget on a scoring run, and Go-Go Gadget stuck to the outside. Now trying the inside lane as Ricochet forced out of bounds. Heard a whistle, not seeing anyone going and sitting, and another cut track called on Ricochet. 2 jams in a row with a power jam. Go-Go Gadget has 4 more points to the Bellingham scoreline there. Now it's 70, trailing by 137. As Boulder County at 207. Go-Go Gadget dancing up the outside edge, forced out of bounds, falls off the jam. Ricochet standing in the penalty box, 2 points more for Gadget. So that'll be a 72-207. 135 points, I think. And Bellingham will hand the star to Goblin Guts. We got 2:17 to go in the game. The Bellingham offense sliding to the outside. So a sweep potentially coming. Another disorganized sweep, but Goblin Guts bouncing through. Boulder again, able to withstand and hold and force out Goblin Guts as Ricochet out of the penalty box. Now, interesting, and not anymore as Goblin Guts does collect the jammer. That's a 5-jam streak for Bellingham. Ending strong in the champion score for Bellingham as we're under 2 minutes to go. Won't be the last jam, but it could be, I suppose, if we go the full 2 minutes and no one calls the timeout. Goblin Guts taps the hips, so he will not go the full 2 minutes. We will get at least 1 more jam in. 2 points up for Goblin Guts. And we sit 207-74. Champaign and Lady J with the star for this jam number 24. Going to start right about a minute to go. So roughly a minute time in between the two. Lead jammer quickly called for Lady J. And Champaign trying to pass the star off now, deciding on. Anyway, I'll just keep going. The champ has the star in hand. We'll put it on the helmet momentarily as Lady J cuts the inside edge, grabs 4. And we have 30 seconds of jam time, period clock time left. Minute 33 in the jam to go. Let's see, jam clock and period clock, yeah, about 59 seconds apart. Champagne forced out of bounds. Lady J rolls through for a second 4-point run. That's 8 total. Offensive shot coming from Steve Freakias, but that was definitely directional. And Champagne loses the sailor on the way through the back. Picks up 4 points. Lady J calls off the jam after grabbing 2 more. And that is our unofficial final score. Boulder County 217, Bellingham, Roller Betty All-Stars 78. We'll let the official scores officially score. But I think we are set with that. That is the final whistle. That is your final score. Boulder County wins game 4 of our day, beating Bellingham. Bellingham stays done. They had 2 losses today, losing to Treasure Valley and now Boulder County. But both good games, hard fought and well played. Boulder County Phoenixes will continue playing later this evening. They will be in our 7 o'clock p.m. game, Mountain Time, taking on the Treasure Valley Roller Derby All-Stars. Treasure Valley beating Bellingham in our 11 o'clock game this morning. Coming up next on this track will be the Boise River Rollers taking on Emerald City Heat Team. So stick around for that. And then stick around even further for Treasure Valley versus Boulder County.